Welcome. This is a basic introduction to the Deribit Insurance Fund and Socialized loss system, a Deribit. This guide will cover Deribit Insurance Fund, its purpose, when and how the insurance fund is used, and finally, the Socialized loss system and when it is used. Deribit is an exchange that offers leverage, so it is possible for traders to have positions considerably larger than their account balance. This leaves a chance the losing party in a particular trade cannot afford to pay the winning party if they run out of margin. This risk is initially mitigated by the margin system, whereby all traders with an open position are required to keep a certain amount of maintenance margin in their account to support their position, in case it moves against them. The precise level of margin depends on the instrument being traded and the size of the position, and updates in real time as the markets move. If a trader runs out of margin, they will be liquidated. Their side of the position will be unloaded to another trader who does have the required margin to take on the position from that point. But what happens when there's a deficit between where the losing trader was liquidated and where another trader was willing to take that position on? How does the system make sure that the trader on the winning side of the trade still gets paid? This is where the insurance fund comes into play. Deribit's insurance fund plugs a deficit, ensuring that the winning trader receives all their profits due, and that the losing trader is not in debt to the other trader or the exchange. When trading with some traditional brokers, if the account goes into negative equity, i.e. you lose more than you had deposited, you still owe this money and you will be chased for it, up to and including legal action. On Deribit, this is not the case. While your account may go into negative equity, the insurance fund will be used to set your account equity back to zero. In this sense, the insurance fund system provides negative balance protection for traders that get liquidated and ensures the person on the other side of the trade still gets paid. From the profitable trader's point of view, the insurance fund has made sure that they get paid in full. From the liquidated trader's point of view, the insurance fund has made sure that even though their position lost more than they deposited, they are not in debt, and they do not need to deposit more to cover the difference. The insurance fund is not used to cover a trader's losses. The only thing it is used for is to cover any difference between bankruptcy price and the price the liquidation order manages to execute at. A trader will not get any of their initial losses back from the insurance fund. They are simply protected from having a negative balance. Every time a liquidation order is executed, an extra fee is paid on top of the normal trading fee. This fee is only paid by positions that are in the process of being liquidated. With Deribit's incremental liquidation system, this does not necessarily mean all of a position, but the portion sold to cover the margin requirements of a position. This liquidation fee is then placed into the insurance fund, increasing the insurance fund balance. So, the insurance fund is being topped up every day by each liquidation order, big or small. It is also important we cover that trading on Deribit is peer-to-peer, meaning the person taking the other side of your trade is simply another trader, and not Deribit itself. Equity is transferred between the traders. So, we've covered how the insurance fund operates, collecting an extra fee from liquidations, and using its resulting balance to pay any deficits when there is a total bankruptcy of an account that results in a negative balance. But what would happen if the insurance fund ever ran out of funds? Please note that, as of June 2019, this has never happened on Deribit. At this point, the socialized loss system would take over. Socialized losses are a process whereby any deficit is spread among the profitable traders from that day. This protects funds of other traders that were not used in that daily settlement period. We can discuss more about the daily settlement later in this video. For example, let's assume there is a huge price move resulting in lots of bankruptcies, so much so that the insurance fund became completely depleted. At the end of this trading day, there's still a deficit of 10 Bitcoin, meaning the traders who made a profit that day are owed 10 Bitcoin more than the losing traders plus the insurance fund have to pay them. In this situation, the 10 BTC deficit would be split proportionally between the traders who made a profit that day. They still get paid, but it's not as much as it would have been. You can think of the insurance fund as protection against the above scenario happening. The larger the insurance fund's balance, the more protection it provides. To ensure the socialized loss process would not disproportionately affect longer-term traders who hold trades through multiple days or even months, Deribit has a daily settlement system. Each day at 0800 UTC, as long as the insurance fund has not yet depleted, i.e. there is no socialized loss situation, all of the profits from the previous session are settled into the trader's cash balances in full. And thankfully, due to the way the insurance fund system has been structured, and also in part due to Deribit's incremental liquidation system, there has never been an instance of socialized losses on Deribit. So you might ask, if there's never been a socialized loss on Deribit, what does this mean in practice for my account? There is one major difference you will notice in Deribit's UI that may not be present in other exchanges you have used, and this is the daily sessions. The first thing you may notice is session profits. This comes in the form of session UPL and session RPL, unrealized and realized profit and loss. Both of these figures are calculated from the previous daily settlement at 0800 UTC and reset to 0 every day at that time. Session UPL, or unrealized profit and loss for that daily session, is how much profit the currently open position has made since the previous daily settlement at 0800 UTC. Session RPL, on the other hand, is the realized profit and loss from that daily session. This is how much profit has been banked by closing part of the position, for example, since the previous daily settlement at 0800 UTC. Both session UPL and RPL are figures calculated only from the previous daily session and not over the whole life of the trade. These UPL and RPL figures may differ from the total profit and loss given in the P&L column. For example, let's say a trader opens a 1 BTC long position on our BTC USD pair futures. On the first day, it goes well. The price moves up $100. At this point, both the total P&L and the session UPL are the same at $100. At the next daily settlement at 0800 UTC, the price is still up $100, but the session stats are reset to 0 for the start of the new daily session. The P&L will still be $100, but the UPL will be 0. On day 2, the price continues to rally and is up a further $50. At this point, the session UPL will be $50 and the total P&L will be the sum of both of these days, or $150. Again, at the next daily settlement, the session UPL is again set to 0. On day 3, the rally starts to run out of steam and the price retraces. A small move in the opposite direction and moves down $20. At this point, the session UPL will be negative $20 or a $20 loss. The total P&L though will show the sum of all 3 days, i.e. $100 on the first day, plus $50 on the second day, minus $20 on the third day, the sum of which is $130. On each of these days, any session profits are not available for transfer or withdrawal until after the next daily settlement at 0800 UTC. In the above example, the trader made $100 profit on the first day, however this would not have been available for withdrawal until the next daily settlement at the start of day number 2. Similarly, when $50 profit was made on the second day, this would not have been available for withdrawal until after the daily settlement at the start of the third day, and so on for the position duration. This restriction applies only to session profits. Any existing funds or previous day's profits are available any time, unless they are being used as margin for other positions. It should also be noted that, while withdrawals of funds must wait for daily settlement, all funds, including session profits, are available to use for trading at any time. In summary, the Deribit Insurance Fund ensures profitable traders get paid even when liquidated traders go bankrupt. It does not pay losing traders for their losses. It is funded by the liquidation fee added to all liquidation orders, and not just those that result in bankruptcy. The daily settlement system settles any daily profit and loss to the cash balance once a day at 0800 UTC. And any profits for the day are available for withdrawal after this time. This was a brief summary on the Deribit Insurance Fund and Socialized loss system. Thank you very much for watching.